Roll for Crit here, and we're here to review Wakanda Forever from Spin Master Games. This is based on the Black Panther property, mostly the movie, but they have some things that did not appear in the movie. You will play as the tribes in Wakanda, vying for the role of Black Panther, in order to prove you are the tribe truly worthy to lead Wakanda.
That's right. It's a mighty honor that you're trying to get. So the way it works is there's always going to be a villain right here. And if there isn't one at the start of the round because it was defeated last time, then you get a new one and you put that out. Each villain may have its own special effects, different things that they will give you later on. Then each player is going to get to roll for a chance to receive vibranium. That's the currency of the game. You're going to roll 2 dice, and the number of symbols that you get, that's how many you get. However, the villain will be attacking one player based on the color that they are showing, and that player being attacked only gets to roll 1 die, so they're at a disadvantage. Also, the Black Panther does not roll for vibranium. We'll talk about how that roll works later. Once you've all done that, everyone is going to have some vibranium behind their personal player shield, and everyone is secretly deciding between 0 and 6 vibranium to put into a little cup. Once all players are ready, the Black Panther goes first, and they reveal their cup and how many pieces of vibranium they put behind it. And that determines how much dice they get to roll. So you always get 1 die to start with, but the more that you spend, the more you get to add on to that. And when you roll the correct number of dice, you look at the symbols, a blank, nothing happens. If you get a vibranium symbol, you get a vibranium. If you get this Black Panther symbol, then that is a damage on the villain. You're all attacking the villain right now. For each damage that you inflict on the villain, you will get a victory point, and as you lower their health, if you land on or pass one of these special spaces, you'll also get a bonus reward. So this is a victory point. If you got over here, you get an extra vibranium, etc. And if you're the person who manages to deal the final blow and defeat the villain, you get an extra 3 points, which is really nice. Regardless of who actually dealt the final blow to the villain, the Black Panther is the one who receives that villain card once it's been defeated. And like we said, they each have their own special power, and the Black Panther now for the remainder of the game has that power to use as they see fit.
Now we keep mentioning Black Panther. We should probably explain what that role means. There will be a nice little Black Panther statue. It will not have this cute little roll for crit base. This was with the copy you sent to us. Whoever holds the current Black Panther title has some bonuses as well as some disadvantages. Now, they do not collect vibranium in the beginning, as Jonathan stated earlier with the dice. However, later on, he'll get vibranium for each person who's loyal to him, which we will get afterwards. In addition, he gets that first attack, and he also gets the Dora Milaje die. This is the warriors from the movie. As you can tell by the coloring, it pretty much has a lot better hit symbols, so he's more likely to deal more damage. Once, though, after we do the combat round, whether the villain is alive or not, the cups come back in, not just for vibranium, but for loyalty. You see, everyone has this disc behind them. It has a loyal side or a challenge side. Everyone, but the Black Panther, of course, will decide whether they want to be loyal or not. You'll put your cup in, reveal, and then, if everyone is loyal, nothing happens. But everyone who's not loyal and is trying to challenge will do a special combat round. Now, for those who are loyal, will get a victory point, but the Panther gets a vibranium during the harvesting phase, the mining phase, for each person who's loyal to him. So that's how he gets his vibranium during that round. Now, the challenge phase is similar to the combat, except you are going to challenge the other player, so everyone will take vibranium they have behind their shield, reveal, and that's how much dice they get. 3 is not actually possible. The Dora Milaje die is not used in this. They don't take sides. But the tech upgrade dice, as they're called, and the battle die, same thing as fighting the villain. You'll roll. You will not get vibranium. You'll just see who has the most battle symbols, and that person will hold on to the Black Panther title.
The reason it's really important who is the Black Panther is because you need to be the Black Panther in order to win. Depending on the number of players and whether you're doing, there's a short game and a long game variant, you're playing to a certain number of points, and as soon as one player has that number and is the Black Panther, they win the game is over. So being the Black Panther is really, really good because you get a lot of advantages, but other players have to decide when is the right time to challenge them. Do they have enough things going on, or are they trying to keep it from someone else who they think has has more points because all those points and your vibranium totals are hidden behind these screens.
You're only allowed, I believe it's 15 vibranium, I'll have to double check, but you also reveal your vibranium if multiple people show the challenge symbol, so whoever has the most is the one who gets the right to challenge Black Panther. There's no free-for-all. It's always one-on-one duels. And we didn't mention, but every tribe here does have a special ability. You put them on these side things here, but you can see they, whatever tribe, you try to face yourself, but we're not in a circle right now, so
Right.
You can read what those abilities are. And you pretty much just keep playing until you hit that point threshold.
Yeah, so it kind of plays like a little bit like an auction bidding game, although you're bidding on how much damage you want to do in a sense, especially the way that a lot of auction games it's hidden and then you reveal. It has that feel to it of that genre, but it's not really. You're not really having an auction. You're really doing a lot of dice rolling and deciding how much you want to put in. Do you think it'll be worth it for you, while still saving enough vibranium for later?
Yeah, unlike most auction games, when you think if I bid the most, I win. That's not a guarantee. Multiple times we had people who bid on the 4 or 6 range for dice and still lost to a 1 or 2.
Right. Yeah. I mean, these could all come up as blanks, So that's a real possibility, and that's something you got to take into account. There's definitely plenty of randomness to go around in this game.
And the other thing is the villain deck is also pretty random. Now, there's this token we mentioned that helps point to players, remind them they only roll 1 vibranium die.
Right. If they're being attacked.
The idea is you should be like, oh, I should be Panther then because this doesn't matter, or since I don't roll the die. But in one case for Jonathan, every villain was his color, like for the first 4 villains. So he just sort of sat there. And even if you wanted to be Panther, other people, since they had more vibranium, were pretty much challenging or taking it from. So you didn't even have a chance to like.
Yeah, this mechanic of the villain who they're attacking kind of exemplifies some of my issues on a larger scale with this game. It really is just pure randomness, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's not like, oh, clockwise order one person, or the Black Panther gets attacked because they're the biggest target. It's just whatever comes up, and like you said, one person might just get attacked, and then you're being punished for literally doing nothing. There's no reason that you're being punished, and there's not even like, you don't even feel like it does anything really for the game. It just slows someone down arbitrarily. And there's a few things like that in this game that I just felt like they didn't really think through, like they didn't really ask themselves, why are we putting this mechanic in the game? I don't know what this adds to the experience.
As far as I can tell, it's sort of to get someone to want to be the Panther, because like I said, they don't get vibranium destroy. But the weird thing is,
I already want to be the Panther.
And whoever has the most vibranium is probably going to gun for it, because they can spend that 4 or 6 for the highest dice roll, hoping they roll well.
And even if you're not being attacked, you might just keep rolling blanks for the vibranium. And I feel like because vibranium is so important, you need it to do anything in the game. If you're low on it, there's almost no catch-up mechanic.
Some of these abilities might help, but like we said, they go to whoever the Black Panther is. So it can just be you never get the chance to get the ones that help you because you're in that position or your dice rolls were bad. It just feels, there is a mode, I think it's a short game, you deal 1 out to each player, which felt a lot better. I'll definitely say that. I definitely think, I almost say, definitely do that.
Yeah.
Give everyone a little bit of fun.
You have some kind of a bonus, plus your abilities, we said, like some of them let you maybe re-roll, or like different results, you can do different things with them, which is also nice.
We should mention that one game where you kept getting hard targeted by the villains, the game ended with you still being near the top in terms of scores.
Right.
Which felt weird, and like even though you were close, you didn't feel good, I think.
Yeah, it was straight. It felt like it really, like so much of the game just felt arbitrary as to who had this many points or when. My other big issue with the game is, obviously Black Panther is a very popular theme, very popular movie, and I don't feel that it does a good job adapting that. I don't think anyone is excited to play as the merchant tribe, for instance.
Well, it's not even saying the tribe's not, because there is the council, the groups, and
sure.
I am curious. I don't know almost anything about Black Panther, so is there really only one tribe that has a significant name?
Right, the Jabari tribe, and everyone else is just generic mining tribe. It just feels very, I think that if you offered this to the casual person who just saw the movie and liked it, they'd be kind of disappointed because they'd think, the characters from the movie will be in it. And the art is fine of the villains. That really is the only art, other than a picture of this.
No, the art is unique and interesting, but we also, once again, not speaking of knowing Black Panther canon that well, how many of these people are significant villains for Black Panther? Like, sure, I'm sure he's come across all of them, especially as an Avenger, but how, like, it didn't feel like it was Black Panther outside of the statue.
Yeah, it's very, very pasted on. It's a dice rolling game. When you're the Black Panther, you don't feel like the Black Panther. You are supposed to yell Wakanda Forever when you win. So that's one thing. If you really want to get into it that way, it's the name of the game. Here are our crits and misses for Wakanda Forever. Crits. The tribes and villains offer unique powers and abilities that help vary the game up for different players.
In the alternate mode where each player gets a villain at the start, that is a lot more fun because you have a lot more options and different abilities to mess with. Misses. This game is extremely random. Whether the villain deck comes up all one color, or you pay for a lot of dice and they all come up with blanks, you're gonna get a lot of disappointing results.
If you're one of the people who's being punished by that randomness, there is no reliable way for you to catch back up again.
We were not extremely knowledgeable on the Black Panther lore, but we didn't feel like this had much to offer. It felt very sort of pasted on. We didn't really feel like we were a part of Wakanda.
The artwork in general and the way that the theme is implemented into the mechanics feels a little bit half-baked compared to the cool stuff that you could have used from the movie and the comics.
We were sent this copy and included an extra little base where they included a plaque on it that said roll for crit on the bottom, if you can see. But unfortunately, I don't think this really did well with us.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of the game, is our little personalized Black Panther. No, this was just really, really disappointing. I just think if you like throwing dice around, you might have some fun here. But even for a casual audience, I don't think it does what it should. I don't think... for me, there was just truly very little part of this that I enjoyed.
I think if you're a much younger audience and like Black Panther, probably only because there isn't that much Black Panther around, but even then, we'd probably suggest go get the Legendary set and get Black Panther, because he's in there and he's quite enjoyable.
Play a video game Black Panther is in.
Is
anything.
There one?
He's in Ultimate Alliance.
I think probably where they started, like probably maybe talking about like, okay, each player plays as a different tribe, was the right way to go. Because to me, from what I know, Black Panther being the king of a small but very strong and untouched kingdom, I think a political aspect actually would have been a great place for this game to go.
Yeah, I think if something like that were added, that could have been a lot. Maybe there was more to this and it did feel more like an auction mechanic. Also, if there was something...
Maybe a reason for, if I was a Black Panther, to be like, if you're loyal to me,
right,
I will, like some kind of bargaining.
It feels like there should be a bluffing aspect to it, but...
I mean, you even...
There's not
if multiple people challenge, you reveal your vibranium, so it's almost like
yeah,
the hidden aspect goes out the window.
Yeah, it's really very limited in scope in that sense. For me, I just feel like if they were going for, it's fine if it's more of a mass market casual game, but let someone just play as Black Panther. Let someone be the characters from the movie, Shuri, and the ones that people like, reach to that audience if you're not going to do something really in depth. But it kind of just doesn't satisfy either criteria for me. But maybe people out there liked it better. Maybe we're being too hard on it. Maybe, you just like it as a goofy, just roll some dice and you get to see MODOK and whoever else is in that deck, and that's fun. I do kind of like the art on these. It's not
definitely,
bad.
No, the art is definitely unique and nice. I just wish...
everywhere else, I don't like it. But on those, it's good. I don't know. Talk to us in the comments. Let us know if you've played Wakanda Forever. Do you want to live in Wakanda forever? Or do you want to play Wakanda never? Talk to us down there. What do you think maybe would be a better version of this game? We'd be interested to hear that. Until next time, I'm Jonathan.
I'm Will.
And this was a Roll for Crit review.
Catch the latest from Roll for Crit by liking and subscribing, and don't forget to support us on Patreon.
Don't get analysis paralysis. Just click those buttons. Help us out.